Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Yo, yo,
Welcome
yo.
to the God Pod.
God pod.
It works perfectly. All right, guys. Good to see you guys again. Good to be back. Thank you guys for tuning in. I just want to say right off the bat, thanks to our viewers for showing up right off the bat. Invite your friends. The more of you that are in here, the more Nexus Tools passes we may give away. We have at least one to give out. Maybe we'll give out a few more though. I got a couple. I got a few in my bag. So we'll be talking all about Nexus Tools, and you guys will learn all about it this episode. So what's new with you guys? How's your week?
Oh man, one of my good homies I've been in a group chat with for close to a year now, a little over a year, launched his own token, and it did a nice 5-6x. So I made.
Which token was that?
It was Garden Coin. It was like an Azuki. Yeah, it was like an Azuki community coin, so to speak. Lots of Azuki guys in there. So that was nice. I got put 0.5 ETH in and made a 1.4 ETH or something like that. So I could have made a little bit more, but
I made a little bit off Garden. I traded Garden as well.
Yeah, we both did. I think. Yeah.
I used Maestro, so we will talk about Maestro to talk today as well.
Oh yeah.
What's
How about
Maestro?
you,
Drew?
It's a great little tool for trading crypto off Telegram. So yeah,
it's like a swap type of thing, or like I mean, what do you mean?
Yeah, so it runs right through Telegram. You can trade coins and it just does your auto buys and auto sells. You can set your buy percentages. You can set your losses on it, and it just does it all from your phone or your desktop Telegram app. We'll do a little live demo of it today. So
it's all DEX, like decentralized, basically.
Yeah, as far as I know,
it's all like shitcoins and altcoins at launch and stuff. It's
I love that.
It's pretty dope. Yeah, Drew will do a full breakdown of it. But Savage, what's new with you, man? What's the last time we talked? How's your week been?
Shoot, it's getting warmer over here. Had a little smoke from you guys. Unfortunately,
some wildfire smoke. Yeah.
I just figured when that whole thing was going down and I couldn't breathe for a couple of days, I was like, why didn't we build a wall? Right? Like, why didn't we build this wall instead of against Mexico over Canada? Because if we had built this wall over Canada, it may have prevented the smoke.
You should see how bad. If you think it's bad there, you should see how bad it is outside today.
Yeah,
it like
it's just it's terrible.
Dude, campfire, God, bro, like, dude, these people, these degenerates, these degens, as we call them, need to stop being able to camp. Like, you should not be able to freely go out in the wild. You cannot trust a human being nowadays, the average human being, to go out in the wild and act accordingly to the wild nature laws and not blow it up or burn it to pieces or start a wildfire that comes over to Savage's neighborhood that makes it smell like a fucking ashtray for 2 days. Excuse my language. So, but yeah,
mostly lightning strikes that does it.
Lightning strikes. Okay, yeah.
I mean, this is our reality where I live all the time. Like, it's constant smoke during the summer. It started a little earlier this year than normal, though, for sure.
Yeah, it really, as far as I'm concerned, Al Gore needs to take care of this. He's supposed to be the guy taking care of this. We need to replace him. It's been a long time. We need to replace the guy.
Leave it to Savage. I ask him how his week's going, and he starts on a tangent about Al Gore.
Sorry.
Go on. But no, you've had a great week. It sounds like.
Won.
Yeah.
Should have won.
Gotta love Savage.
Well, let's talk about some current events in the crypto space. Some big ones this week. Some big accounts got hacked, drained a shitload of money from the ecosystem. Franklin, BitBoy. There's some, if you read the Twitter, there's a lot of people think they're inside jobs. So there's some conspiracy theories flying around. I don't think they are. I think it's just, some SIM swaps on some big names and just absolutely draining the eco.
What's new? Another day, another scam.
There was a new one. I think it was the first ever Ordinals drainer this week.
That's huge.
That was and it got. I think it took. When last I saw it had taken 2 Bitcoin, which is not a small amount.
Yeah, it was like I think it was like 300, 230 to date, 230K to date now.
So it's even more now. Damn.
Yeah. Zach just said that BitBoy's account alone took 700K. So I don't know how all of the money came from, because they posted multiple scam links or had multiple things going on, obviously, with his account.
Yeah, it's a
I think
not.
that's one thing we should definitely remind our viewers is if you see a big account suddenly post this new airdrop, new token launch, new pre-sale, and the comments are turned off, that's a pretty big red flag that I don't know how people are missing. Like, I know FOMO's a hell of a drug in this ecosystem, and you're always worried you're going to miss out. But it's better to be skeptical. Like, I mean, I've never been scammed. I think you guys have never been scammed. We've all been in the space a long time. It's good to just take a breather for a second and just look at something and be like, hey, this might be too good to be true. And
Yeah.
I'd rather miss out on something than lose my whole bag.
Yeah. I mean, I've been rugged before, like I've bought rugs, but I've never been rugged before, like, drained. And I think honestly, people will chuckle about this, but that came from old school RuneScape, man. If it's too good to be true, it usually is. And I've had so many times where I've gotten fully drained on old school RuneScape back in the day. So now I just, I don't click links because of phishing. I don't sign my wallet to anything if I don't know exactly who's hosting it. Just very simple rules that, like, yeah, it's maybe lost me out on a ton of money, but at the end of the day, like, at least I have my bag and I'm not susceptible to, getting fully drained. So, those are good comments for sure. Like, I have, majority of my assets are going to be on a hard wallet, but, I have always been carrying, pretty decent size on a hot wallet and never had any issues. So, it's usually just the people that are, clicking links they shouldn't be clicking, signing transaction they shouldn't be signing, and, that kind of fun stuff. So,
yeah, I keep a surprising amount of assets on different hot wallets just for convenience, which I know, but then that it keeps my own protection in my own care. Like, I have to
yeah,
be extra diligent because I do that. And I mean, I know someone that had all their stuff in a hot wallet and they got approached by a DM on Twitter that was, hey, download our game so you can review it and we want you to promo our game. They downloaded the game, lost their hot wallet because they kept
yeah.
their keys stored on their computer and they just gave access to their full PC
Mm-hmm.
to someone. So hot wallets they don't protect you forever either. You still got to be smart even with them. So
Yeah, 100%.
Completely agree.
But yeah, first drainer on Bitcoin for ordinals. That's honestly a new, I shouldn't say exciting, but that's a big step in the ordinals NFT movement. Do you have any more info on that?
Well, from what I know, and I'm still pretty new to ordinals myself, is it had, when you went to go sign the transaction on the mint, there was inputs and outputs, and like reading a mempool transaction is a lot, for me at least, it's a lot harder than reading Etherscan. Maybe just because I'm not as familiar with it. Like, I get confused a lot by it. And if you're signing a transaction for Bitcoin that has inputs and outputs, and it's not on a major marketplace, you're signing something that you don't want to be signing.
Fair.
Like, you shouldn't be signing something with inputs and outputs. And maybe I'm still new on this. I'm regurgitating info from other people that were probably a lot smarter than me on this one.
Yeah.
But I'm naturally, like, and the thing is, like, I could have fallen for that just as easy because that's the problem is so many people are so new to ordinals. Like, I'm so new to, like, the Bitcoin blockchain. I don't know it as well, which makes me more hesitant now to just mint stuff than I was before. Because, like, I mean, I have some fairly expensive ordinals that I got to be careful with. So, it's something that you know more about Bitcoin, don't you, Savage? It's like you're the Bitcoin guy.
Yeah, I do know more about Bitcoin. Not so much about ordinals, but yeah, I mean, I think we're going to talk about this a little bit in more depth, I believe, but the SEC considering Bitcoin a commodity, right? And I think Ethereum is on the list of being okay as far as like declared not an asset or is an asset, but everything else, facing the reality right now of the SEC pressure. I'm just happy that I've stuck to Bitcoin, been Bitcoin. They got the Lightning network now, which is like much quicker. So you can now send Bitcoin over 2 different networks. Believe it or not, like you can just send it over the regular Bitcoin network or the Lightning network, and most of these major exchanges have the Lightning network, which is the new one.
Yeah, I
So
mean,
it's nice because I was just gonna say it's nice because I've waited fucking over, excuse my language, of over 48 hours for a move on my Bitcoin, and that's usually how I move it. I move it through Bitcoin. I'm not sending USDT. I'm not sending everything that I'm moving. It ends up going to Bitcoin, move it, then it gets out of Bitcoin or stays in Bitcoin, or whatever I'm going to do with that asset. I like to move it through the Bitcoin network.
Do you use like Shift AI to like move your Ethereum stuff over to Bitcoin, or how do you transfer your stuff on other chains to Bitcoin?
No, I mean it's just buy off swap on certain exchanges, whether it's Uniswap or Sushi Swap or some of those will have actually really good rates compared to exchanges. Other than if you're talking about a shit coin, you're talking about the shitcoin liquidity. I'm talking about Bitcoin. People will be like, Uniswap. Oh, dude, I'm telling you right now, you can like swap a bunch of fucking Bitcoin for Ethereum for like $5 on Uniswap. And people don't know that.
Because I've only ever used Shift AI, which like you send them ETH and tell them which wallet you want the Bitcoin to go to. And then the Bitcoin just shows up. It takes like 20 minutes. And that's all I've used because that's what people showed me when I got into ordinals to use. So if Uniswap's better, I'm always down for something newer that's like, especially if it's faster, because I waited up to like half an hour, which maybe with you saying you've waited 48 hours on Bitcoin, that's a short amount, but I'm used to ETH where if you're waiting longer than a minute, I'm panicking.
A couple times overnight that, like the overnight, like recently things have been overnight, like I'm talking about 48 hours back in the day, probably like pandemic.
The best part is I wanted to comment about this is like what people don't understand is when I send a wire transfer to someone, like this is like boomer bank shit, but like I've run businesses in the past and like wire transfers is how you do everything. That shit can take up to a week and they can hold it and like investigate it and be like, where the fuck's this money going to? Yada, yada, yada. So like the fact that all that shit can be done, move $100,000, let's say, on Bitcoin, and it only takes 48 hours. Like I know us ETH maxis are kind of saying, oh, 48 hours, but like in the banking world, like that's fucking crazy. You can use like, send large sums of money for relatively low fees, and it only takes 48 hours. So Bitcoin's always been a big proponent to that as well. And I'm, ETH's even better. But at the end of the day, it all kind of works the same way, and it's been proven to be consistently better than the banking system, especially when you want to move money across markets, overseas, et cetera, et cetera.
I agree. Back in the day, I once fucking waited 2 weeks, man, for a wire transfer from Malaysia. Don't ask people, all right? Like what was going on, but yeah, that happened. That's facts. That's not even fucking around with that. That is just where we cooked here. I mean, God, I was hoping for maybe this fuckery consolidation above. Where are we going, fam? Are we going?
Or you're talking markets?
Are we talking market now?
Are we talking markets?
We're just getting nuked. I mean,
what are we at right now? I don't even have a chart in front of me.
We're at resistance. We're at resistance, bro.
We're getting bullish right into resistance, right? That's happened so many times, and how many times have we actually gone up?
What else can you say? Fucking the only people I see Binance, the whole aggregators Binance. I mean, there's like it's almost like there's not another exchange that exists. It's like, okay, all right, well, I just walked into the Wynn Casino, and right now I'm just the only person I'm betting against is the fucking casino. That's what it's about right now. It seems someone's got a vengeance out. Someone's got a death fucking threat from the SEC.
Dude, Let's
talk some
we're
tools.
swapping?
let's talk
We're
some
swapping.
tools. Yeah,
Let's
let's
talk
talk
tools.
some tools.
Tools.
All right, guys.
Tools.
Well, first tool we're going to talk about today is NFT Nerds. This is my favorite tool by far. I have used it. I've been using it for over a year now. It's a subscription based. They do sales all the time, but I think you can get like a year's subscription for like 0.6 ETH, which I know seems expensive. And like right now, we're in like Pico bear market for NFTs that is expensive. But even like last year when we're still in the bear, but there was still quite a bit more NFT activity. Like I paid that 0.6 ETH and I made 0.6 ETH off the tool in like 2 weeks. Just using the tool alone. Like it is so, like even yesterday, Q and I were buying Sacred Shards, the new alpha thing. Q couldn't buy one on OpenSea. They were going way too fast. I was able to easily snipe the bottom on Nerds. I got us 4 of them at the bottom.
I literally ended up, just so everyone's aware, I literally ended up fucking failing 2 transactions and then saying, fuck this. I sent money to Drew and then he bought some on my behalf with this tool faster than I could have with like, you know, any of my services that I use, because I don't have any NFC tools. I rarely trade NFTs. So it's a quick little bot. So a quick little tool service for sure, Drew. That was awesome.
Yeah, I see Smash T saying that, they'd probably only buy it in a ball. And I would say you're probably right. I mean, I still use it daily. I still use it for watching trends because it's still the best. It's the best tool for tracking an NFT project, seeing how they're doing overall, seeing volume, seeing where they're at. I can share my screen here and we can kind of go over a couple. Let me just figure out how to do that. Present a window. Hopefully this the audio quality and everything stays good so you guys can see what I'm looking at here. You guys can see my mouse. Okay, perfect. So yeah, when you pull up Nerds, this is just the window. We're looking at Sacred Shards right now. As you can see, they're sitting nicely at a 0.274, almost 0.29, which is very good. You can just see across here the supply, your holders, your royalty percent, which is just nice, quick info. That's why I use this more than anything else. Like even I use this before I go to OpenSea. If I'm looking up a new project to buy, I don't go to OpenSea to look at it because I go here because it aggregates all your listings across all your marketplaces.
Any way we can get that map like blown up, Drew? Like get rid of these fucking degens at the bottom. These 3 degens that we're looking at live.
I'm not sure. I'm still fairly new to Google Meet.
All right, I was just curious because
I think if he makes the actual thing he's sharing wider, like instead of skinny, it will. Yeah, that's a bit better.
Okay.
Now
Yeah,
down more a bit.
There we go.
That's my full window. So.
That's your full window. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, but we'll keep going. So
yeah. Thank you. Drew. No, that help. That's much more helpful.
No problem.
You know?
So you can see your listings here, and you can see your sales. Big thing for me is I like to manage my thresholds. So I see like you can click here to your 0.05, just at the bottom here, and you can see how many listings we have to 0.5. So you can see your listings, and it'll show your basically your resistance levels here. So you can see we have a resistance at 0.3 to 0.4. We have a big thick wall there. Usually when I'm buying and selling volume, I'm buying in here, listing right after these walls to hopefully as soon as you break a wall, it's selling before the next wall. Like I use Nerds for volume trading a lot. I used to use it for volume trading a lot. Volume's been a little more dead, so it's a little harder to do right now. But yeah, you can go to your summaries. You can see your holder count, which is nice. This is way easier to see a holder count than Etherscan is. And you can actually see how many they list. So you can see this, the biggest holder right now, Sacred Shards, holds 30. They list 5. This is great when you see like a degen project that just minted out and somebody bought it like 300 of like 10,000, and you can see if they're just slamming the floor. You can see if they've got all 300 listed, and then you're like, oof, we might have trouble breaking these walls because this guy is just controlling the floor. Trending tool is probably the best. This is the best trending tool I've seen in the game. I've used a lot of other tools. I've used like icy tools. I've used everything else. Nerds blows them all out of the water. You can just go trending by an hour. You can see Ribbit's got some 138 sales in the last hour. If I wasn't so scared of most NFTs right now, I'd probably be playing these. But as you can see, there's no pending transactions on anything right now, which is just that's the nature of the game at the moment. But we can pull up old collections like OCB. This is a collection that I pretty much have up all the time because I'm always watching the OCB floor. Have you guys used anything like this at all?
I'm getting messages saying to full screen this shit, so give me a second. I'm gonna see if I can. Dude, Jerusalem is presenting. Oh no. I don't know. It's the best we can do, I think, for right now.
Sorry, fam, then technical difficulties, but
yeah,
hopefully you guys can still see if you guys make this bigger on your screen. I know it's small on my Twitch screen right now as well, so I do apologize that it's a little smaller, but
there should be a button on there, but it's not. It's either remove you from the call or unpin it. Here, actually, let me unpin. And then let me see if I can full screen. There you go. That's probably a bit better.
Perfect.
Oh, there we go. Now, there you go.
Awesome. Okay.
Okay. So yeah, right now the only collections I'm currently trading is Sacred Shard. So the volume last night dried up on it heavily, but today Titan's been pushing it, so the floor price has crept up nicely. This is the one that Q and I bought the bottom yesterday. We bought 4 at 0.12 to 0.14. We basically got the bottom entry we could.
Can we see Solana on this, Drew?
They do have a Sol tool.
Let me see it.
I didn't pay for it because I don't trade Sol. It costs extra. The company runs one, but it doesn't come with the nerds. You're basically buying the ETH tool, you're buying the Sol tool. You can buy both, but I don't trade Sol. So the best feature right here down at the bottom is covered by the chat window, but you can actually set your
buy this
preset
shit right now.
You can set your preset gas. So you can set it. The running man alone has sniped me so many deals. It sets your prio to match whatever the current gas setting is. So current gas right now is 20, or it sets your speed and your prio to +5, whatever the current gas is. So gas right now is 17. This sets it to 22 prio, 22 gas. And as soon as something pops up, you hit buy, it sends that transaction through at 22 prio, 22 gas. And more often than not, unless someone else is sniping at a higher gas setting, you're getting that NFT. I have seen people drop a 101 at floor by accident, hit this after someone already has a pending transaction, because you can see other people's pending transactions on these, and sniped it out from under them, where mine started 10 seconds later and mine turns green and theirs doesn't. And you know that they are salty after the running man snipes that out from underneath them.
Yeah, I would just set that to like 15 or like 40, honestly, on shit like that, because you force it no matter what, and it's not always gonna take, right? The people that are taking all the it used to be miners, but anyways, everyone who's validating now is going to be taking whatever the base rate fee is. I found that when I add 50 to my prio and my Gwei, like it's not always going to be charging me 50, but it'll just like slam that.
I've definitely hit this. Well, you always get charged the prio. So the prio.
Yeah, the prio. Yeah.
Because I have custom settings on this where I keep one at 150 and one at 500. And I definitely accidentally bought an NFT while I still had the 500 set up where there was no volume, and paid 500 prio on Real Goblins AI when it came out. So on a 0.1 NFT, I paid 0.3 for the NFT.
Fuck.
Surprisingly, they went to 0.5 that day, and I still made out in profit, which is a complete shock. Like, I couldn't believe it. But you got to be really careful with your preset gas settings to make sure you turn those off, or at least, like, I usually just leave running man on all the time. But that's how I sniped yesterday for us. For us, I just had running man on, so +5 Gwei, and was just smashing out snipes. and I got them. I got all the ones we wanted. And this has this great sweep feature. You can either just hit here and click custom 5 and just sweep the bottom 5, or you can have a custom amount, however many you want to sweep. You have a dropper, so you can pick which ones. I use that all the time when there's like a bunch of like, because these have rarity, they sort by rarity on here. So you can see if there's a bunch of purple rarity, which is usually top 10% rare. And I'll just try and sweep like 10 to 15 top 10 rares with the tool. But yeah, Nerds is my favorite. I still use it daily. I probably wouldn't have rebought another year subscription because they just came out with a deal where I was able to get another year for 0.2. Because if you were already a member, they come out with deals all the time. There's always sales that's like, if you already have a year subscription, you could add another year to your sub for 0.2. So like, instead of paying 0.6, you're getting a year for 0.2, and that's totally worth it. And I thought a year's a long time in the NFT space. Like, I know people, like a couple people I know still pay for this by the month, which is a lot more expensive. But they're like, well, what if a new tool comes out? I've seen a lot of tools come out in the last year since I started using Nerds. Nerds still just keeps beating them for speed and accuracy. So I will always kind of just stand Nerds. But I'll definitely be getting you boys on it once the bull market hits again, for sure.
Solana. I want the Solana version. I was just trying to check it out. I couldn't really get it, but
I'll get the name for you.
I'm still in the hottest. I'm still in the hottest NFT project ever, and it happens to be on the Solana exchange. You Ether maxis. In fact, whether you like to believe it or not, I am part of the hottest Solana project there is. There was no show. I was never given a mint. I bought one. I got addicted. I got fucking 40 now, and I'm fucking making still in this bear market. I'm still making, a couple hundred a day, 30 days in a month. You do the fucking math. So you want to shit on me for fucking sitting there with that NFT project that actually works? Okay, go fucking play the heist.
Have you got out your initial investment yet?
Oh yeah, bro.
Okay, perfect.
I just took out to dude. I don't even want to talk about how much I took out today, because the reality is times are tough, and they're gonna get tougher. I'm not a bag holder, so we're gonna be getting what I take, TP, all that shit. I'm just telling you right now, the best NFT project to date happens to be on Solana.
Yeah, that makes it about mid-tier in the NFT.
Yeah, it makes it a
NFT
discount
scene.
for most of you guys. It's 90% discount. That's what it is. Other than that, if it was on Ethereum, it'd be a fucking 100 Ethereum floor. That's what it'd be. Chimps and gorillas.
Well, then they should have went on ETH then, man. That's a moral of that story.
No one wants to pay $100 gas fees.
The only thing I'll ever buy on Solana is a short.
Put that. Got him.
Got him. Boy.
All right, well that's Nerds. That's the quick and dirty on Nerds. It also has a mint thing, so you can track your mints. This is not a great mint tracker. I don't use it for tracking mints. I don't use it for watching mints. I use Nexus Tools for that, which is the next tool we're going to cover. We're also giving away a live Nexus Tools lifetime pass this stream. So all the viewers need to stick around to the end. You're going to have a chance to win a lifetime pass to the next tool we show, which we'll go into right now. This is Nexus Tools. I was originally hired, for full disclaimer, I was originally hired by them to do their community outreach. Back last summer, I've done about 100 AMAs for them. So it's something I know quite well. I still use it daily. Right now, with the mint market the way it is, I haven't been using it to mint as much, but I still use it to track what's going on during the Degen season of even last fall. Like, you could pay off your Nexus pass in the first couple hours of having it. Like, it was crazy. So what Nexus Tools does is it tracks all the live mints and trending mints on the ETH blockchain right now. So you guys can see right here, anything that's minting. This is everything that's minting as it's like, you see something pop up here, something that just minted. You can track your trending mints. You click like Argus Genesis. I don't know what Argus Genesis is, but they've minted 47,000. So I'm not gonna mint that. But it has. You can see here, people that hold the Degens Metaverse, 159 wallets, minted 258 of it. So it has your notable minters here. The great part of this tool is you can actually mint the NFT from contract right from the tool. So like here, this Argus Genesis, if I wanted to mint one for 000777, I just have to click mint. That automatically brings up a mint transaction. So you're mint, and that's minting through contract. So in general, it's super safe. I've never seen someone drained mint using a mint function through a contract. They may mint a bad token that when you go to approve it later, it tries to approve more than itself. And that's something you have to be aware of. And that's something I use Pocket Universe for, which we'll cover Pocket Universe today as well. Pocket Universe is something every single ETH person should have installed on their computer. Do you have it installed yet, Q?
No, but I haven't. Like, that was the first NFT I've bought in 4 months. Was the one I bought with you yesterday. And I had you buy it for me, so that goes to show exactly where I'm at in the NFT space personally. So, but I know it's a good tool. A bunch of people have been talking about it. So,
yeah, so you can mint directly from contract right here. It shows your break even, which is nice. It lists all the marketplaces, their royalties and their fees. So where you'd have to sell this NFT to break even after gas, which is just a quick. And this is just using average gas. It's not showing the actual gas you minted, but it goes off the average gas cost to mint something, which is shown right here. So the good thing about this, you can actually have wallets set up. So I have a couple burners set up in the tool that when something pops up, you just click auto task and you go to your task and you can mint from all your wallets with the push of a button. You don't have to take a sign on any of them. So it's using your private key. So that's why you have to put burners in there. You can also generate wallets in the tool. You can create as many as you want, click of a button, just delete them. You just import those into MetaMask later to handle them. So you can I know on a few NFTs here, I'm trying to think of a big one we all scored, a Killers when that came out last fall. I think it was the first day the tool went live. I minted 6 on 6 different wallets, and they went to a 0.05 floor, and they were free mint. So I minted 30. I know one guy in our group minted almost 100 and sold them, laddered them out from 0.02 all the way up to 0.07, made an absolute bag. And it's just a quick way to mass mint on a whole bunch of wallets. I know it also works on mobile. It's the only mass minting NFT tool that I know that works in your MetaMask browser. So for as far as tools goes, it's simple. It works great. It has a desktop notification feature. So this is why I leave this tool up all the time. Anytime a mint goes with 75 pending mints at the same time, I get a desktop notification that pops up and says, hey, there's a live mint right now that a lot of people are trying to mint at the same time. Maybe you should check it out. So I just pop on the tool. If it looks good, I just hit mint. It comes with a node. I don't know if you guys use nodes. Nodes are just a little faster way to get your transactions sent. They don't save gas, but they do make your first transaction get sent through a little quicker. I don't know if you guys know the ETH network at all, but the way nodes work is it's basically a little side highway on the freeway. If you think of the ETH network as a freeway and the MetaMask one that you use through there is a busy, congested highway. If you're using a node, you're basically just using a side road that can get your transaction through just a little bit faster. I know people that have used some nodes and I know people that use it on the Nexus Mint itself, and they minted the first 3 tokens by using a node. When it was Nexus was minted out in 10 minutes for 1,000 collection, and I know people that got the first 10 all because they were using a node. So it's something that if you don't have a node, it's worth getting one. Lots of NFT projects come with nodes. I know OCB comes with a Trippy node, which is probably one of the fastest one in the market right now. They are definitely worth. Nexus Tools comes with ZMOC node, so just holding a Nexus pass gets you a node included, and it actually uses that for all the auto tasks. So your mask mints automatically use the node in the tool, so you're getting stuff through a lot quicker. I know I've minted on 10 wallets on a mint, and all of them go through on the same block, that's what you want to see when you're minting on ETH. You want everything to go through at the exact same time. That's Nexus, guys. Have you guys used anything like this? Are you guys familiar with Nexus at all?
I have one of their passes. I still think I might have sold it, actually. I'm not 100% sure. But I remember using it back in the, like you said, in the heat of NFTs, and it was a phenomenal tool. So if it's still maintained, its excellency, so to speak, in that tool system, like, I trust your judgment, and it looks dope.
I do know that Nexus Tools 2.0 is coming out, which is supposed to be quite the revamp. I don't have all the details, but I do know that the founder is definitely down to come and give us a rundown on Nexus 2.0 once it's live. So we'll have him come and do a full rundown for the group, give out some more passes as well.
Nice. I like that.
Cool. And then the last tool that I wanted to talk about today was, for NFT wise, was Pocket Universe. It's just a Chrome extension you can download. It's super easy. It's called Pocket Universe. It simulates your transactions before you throw them through and tells you what's going to happen. So if you use it with Nexus on a mint, it'll tell you how much ETH is going in, how much ETH is going to go out of your wallet, and what you're getting back. It'll show you how many NFTs you're getting back. It'll show if ETH's going out and 0 NFTs are coming back. It'll show that, and it'll show maybe you don't want to do this, or it'll tell you if it's approve all. I do know that they have a guarantee that if it doesn't pick up a transaction, they will reimburse you for losses. I know someone got hit with one where they used the tool. It didn't tell them that it was going to drain 3 ETH from their wallet, and Pocket Universe paid them out the 3 ETH. So it's free. It's absolutely worth getting. If you do any transactions on the ETH network, you should be using Pocket Universe.
Nice.
Cool. That's what I got for NFT Tools today, guys.
Sweet. Thank you for the presentation. Now I can change back the layout.
Now,
savage, bro.
What?
I'm just on this big ass long intricate explanation of stuff. We come back to the tiled chat, and you're rocking the Fast Times High haircut.
Bro, I don't even know what you're talking about, bro. I've been like this my whole life. Listen, when you surf the waves I've surfed, you spend as much time as I have in the ocean, your hair just happens to look like this. So I'm just glad to be here. I'm just glad to learn so much from Drew. I think so much. I'm thankful for Drew. Bam, can we just get like a little round of applause and throw some handshakes or some claps up in chat just for Drew? Because Drew, I'll tell you what, he's not the degen in this three of us. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, it's me and you competing for the title for sure. Yeah, it's definitely me and you. I don't know. Drew's done some pretty degen shit with me in the past.
My hidden wallet would counter that. I'm not going to show that. My fucking 1,000 degen NFTs in my hidden wallet would say otherwise.
Yeah. Yeah, we vaped a bunch of money together into stuff that was like within seconds. It was like, oh shit, that was a bad idea. We probably shouldn't have thrown 1 ETH into this. Oops. Like back when ETH was like $3,000 too. So it wasn't really just like, it wasn't just pocket money. But yeah, no, that's a great presentation. I've used most of those services before, and like I've heard nothing but good things as well. Like I said earlier in this discussion, I'm not really a big fan of NFTs right now to buy and sell, at least. So that was the first one that I bought was with you, and I basically just handed it over to you because I knew you had all the tools. So thank you for breaking those down. What's next up on the list? Do you want to talk Maestro?
Let's talk Maestro and Ozark.
Yeah, let's do that.
I do want to just quickly address Smash T in the chat. He says the only downside is the pop-ups on Pocket Universe do slow you down. They actually came out with a premium version you can pay for. I don't pay for it, but you can pay for the premium version of Pocket Universe and have it set that on major marketplaces like buying through OpenSea and stuff, you don't get the pop-ups. You only get pop-ups when you're not on marketplaces. And that can speed you up a lot Like I said, I don't use it when I'm sniping on nerds. I just turn off Pocket Universe because if you're buying through nerds, you're just buying off marketplaces. So that comes down to just what I'm doing at the time. Like if I'm sniping stuff, I just turn it off. If I'm doing sketchy mints, it's on. So, but yeah, that's a feature that they came in, so you don't have to worry about that, which is nice. But yeah, let's talk Maestro and let's talk Ozark. I am less familiar with Ozark, but it's the exact same thing as Maestro. Ozark just runs in your Discord. I just haven't set it up yet. I know you get full access to it if you own an OCB, so that's why I have access to it. Ozark Maestro is available if you have Telegram. So, but I know a lot of people do not like Telegram. Personally, I hate Telegram, but I have to use it for Maestro, so that's the only reason I keep it. So I can show my Maestro. Let me just screen share that. This is just so the Maestro is super simple. You just type in the trend. Like, anyone got a coin? Let's type in garden, just for example. So all you do on Maestro is you just type in the address of the coin you want, which is great for sniping. So if you get the address of a coin that's just launched, you just type in the address of the coin. It immediately brings up the coin. It'll show you the liquidity of it, the market cap, and what you can buy. You can track it, and you can immediately just hit, like, I don't have any money in this wallet right now, so I won't be buying, but you can easily just hit to buy 0.2, 0.1 ETH, 0.5. You can change the amount you want. You can 8 max. So you can just max the amount of ETH you have in your wallet and it'll buy it. And it immediately sends a buy transaction on the chain. It's way faster than going to Uniswap. It's way faster than like trying to set your slippage. It just does it all for you. And as soon as it buys it, it automatically, then it sends an approval transaction. So it approves the token right away to sell. Once that's up, it has a trade window, which I don't have any open right now because I don't have any trades going. Once the trades that you can actually set your sell percentage, you can set as soon as it hits like a 5% increase on what you bought on, it'll instantly sell it. You can set it at a loss percentage. So I have my loss set. I don't have the loss one set because I've been burned by that before, by a wick down, and then it auto sold at a loss, and I wasn't super stoked. On shit coins, I'm usually either riding right to zero. But yeah, that's great. It's great if you're trading shit coins, especially on launches and sniping, and you're not using Maestro or Ozark, you are losing money. You're leaving money on the table. You need to use one of the tools. I'm going to be setting up Ozark right away because I actually prefer using Discord to Telegram. I hate Telegram. I find you just get a lot of spam messages on it, a lot of scams from random accounts. Don't like that. So I'll be using Ozark going forward. But they do the same thing. They once you get a buy, it links right to a Dex. So as soon as you buy, you can click the Dex button. It'll pull up the Dex tools on it so you can see where you're at. And it's great for setting I know, like, for me, like, sometimes I'll just buy it, set my sell percentage at, like, once I hit like an 80% increase, and just for those quick, easy gains. And then I can just go do other stuff around the house. I don't have to watch it. And if it spikes up to get like an 80% gain on my buy, it'll just auto sell it.
Yeah, which is unreal because having stop losses and having take profits on shit coins, really hype launches, is like crazy. Like, I've been begging for that. I feel like I would just make so much more money than just watching, just hovering over the swap button, and then as soon as you hit that shit, just maxing the gas, maxing the prio, and just getting that shit out.
Yeah, so basically you need it. Like, you need to get Ozark set up. Now that you're back in OCB, we both have access to Ozark. We should set that up this afternoon, actually, for both of us.
Yeah, let's do it.
Especially for the alpha launch next week. That's kind of the token I'm excited. I'll definitely be aping an alpha on launch, trying to snipe that entry.
I've also chat for the people that love these challenges. I've started a brand new challenge with half an ETH, and I'm gonna try and rack it up in anything crypto. and see how high we can get it. So I'm already at like 1.7 ETH, mainly from the garden drop. And then now this NFT that we've just been talking about, the shard stuff. So I've made a couple of really good trades. Most of this has been done with Drew. I'm probably going to make some with Savage here as well. But since all of you guys love the, making money and the challenge accounts, I'll usually tweet those out on my main account if you want to follow along. So
I'm looking forward to it. We'll have to have a live update segment at the end of each podcast of where you're at each week.
yeah, man. And we'll talk about my L's too, because those are the funniest.
Hey, honestly, man, I got into, like, before I ever started trading, like, I would love looking at loss porn on like Wall Street bets and stuff. But now I don't even trade stocks, but like I just loved looking at the attitude guys could just take losses on the chin and it would just make me laugh. So I think losses are just as interesting as wins in this space, and people don't show them enough because they're hilarious. And there's like no other space in the world where like people are like, you set it for an 80% gain on a shitcoin, and you're like, well, you could have hit way more than that. It's like 80%, 80% on an investment is nuts. Like in to make 80%, I'm like, I throw in 0.5 ETH and make 80% of that in like
15 minutes sometimes.
15 minutes?
Yeah,
that's insane.
Yeah. You're not wrong.
And I see someone in chat Smashy asking if we're talking about Jamps' group. Absolutely we are. I am a caller there. I haven't been calling much because NFTs have been kind of in the shitter. But yes, that's the same group. I love Jamps so much. I love OCB so much. I will always talk about them.
Yeah, they are the homies.
They're definitely the best alpha group in the space, hands down.
Yeah, 100%. I don't think I've ever seen a group so consistently print money and opportunities for their holders to make money than OCB. Like there's been a lot of high quality alpha groups that I've been a part of. Some of them paid, some of them like very exclusive, but you don't pay anything. Behind the scenes, I've been in some whale chats with like only 16 people in it. And these guys are like massive people. Like even that
when he means 16 people, he means just me.
And just Savage and his 15 alts. I'll reiterate there. But no, jokes aside, it's literally the best alpha I've been in. I've been in hundreds over the last 3, 4, or 5 years. So shout out to OCB. We're gonna have them on as guests soon.
Soon. They are legends over there at OCB. Legends.
Yes.
All right, let's that's it for me. That's all the tools that I use currently. Let's talk about your guys' tools. I know I've used this one a bit, but I definitely don't use it to the same extent you guys do. I don't understand stop losses, and I keep getting liquidated. So for me, it's a little bit rougher. So let's talk Teal Street.
This is Teal Street. So Savage and I will probably chat about that because we're the
am I good?
You're good. Yeah. Yeah. We're the equity
just so you guys know,
here,
I just like ate like I don't know, like $60 or $80 just to fucking throw some fucking limits down and some stop losses and show you guys like hotkeys and this cool ass fucking trading terminal. So like let's just start with this. This is Teal Street. Go to tealstreet.io. That's their website, tealstreet.io. I've actually been watching. I'll give you guys a little bit of history here. I've been watching Sam since late 2019, early 2020. He used to stream, and as he would stream, he would trade and he would build on this platform that was not available to anybody else. And it was, if you can imagine, it was bare bones back then. It was a lot less than what we have now. I'm just kind of showing you my terminal right now. This shows you all kinds of things: open position, open orders. You can see buys, sells, aggregator. Now that's fairly new. You know how you're gonna limit, how you're gonna market, how you're gonna place your stop losses. You know all that good stuff. Leverage. You can adjust your leverage. And imagine this: you do not need a VPN in any of this. So when you connect to the Teal Street terminal, you're connecting to a natural VPN where it's it could be Mars, for example. But Teal Street buys these servers, and they're available, and they're international, and they're usually crypto servers are available to any exchange or any location, and you can log into this without a VPN, and you can just trade, right? Like, let's say I come in here and I'm like, man, oh my God, Bitcoin is just dumped. I'm like so bullish, and I just want to throw up some like limits, right? And so you go over here and you're adjusting your limits. You can see mine are naturally adjusted here. I usually have like a standard limit that I'm throwing over, but like, you just hold down a key and you're just throwing up these limits, right? Like, you're like, oh my God, it's going to hit this little area, this consolidated area hard. It's going to drop, and then we're going to bounce, right? We're going to go to 60K, whatever your theory is. I'm not going to get too, I'm not going to act on this stuff, but you know what I'm saying? So it's an amazing terminal. It's amazing software. I think, like, if you're a trader, you need to start using this, whether you are a very new trader to this business or you're a very veteran seasoned trader. It doesn't matter the spectrum. You need to use this, because I thought I was a good trader. I used exchanges. I went hopped around from exchange to exchange. A long time ago, I was Deribit, fam, like Deribit, whatever their pronunciation is. When I first started doing this is Deribit, and we've come a long way as far as KYC and all these other things. And I was very attracted to this product and just the anonymity towards it, and the ease towards it, and it's only growing every week. Every week there's an update, right? I'd say Q. Would you agree?
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
very on
every
top
week.
of that. Yeah.
Yeah, and you can throw out some LARP, right? Like, you get a trade in here. There's a cool little share button over here. You can LARP on that, copy it, throw it on Twitter. Throw some clout up there, whatever you want to call it. But it's really an amazing platform. I like it, to be honest, because it's given me, and I'll let Q talk here in a second.
Yeah.
It's given me a lot of things to look at that I normally didn't look at. In my monitors, right? Like, I have a few monitors, like most traders, and there was information this thing provided, and I say this product, and it's free. Like fam, like, go download this. This is
Yeah,
like
it's free.
it's
Totally
free.
free.
Like, I'm not paid right now. We're not paid to do this. We're not paid to tell you about this. We're telling you about this, and the fact that we're trying to help our community. We're community members, and I think all these tools in fact, some of them have provided free items, like Nexus tools. So Nexus tools, but yeah, it's a great platform for traders. And again, no matter what your level is, it's gonna make you a better trader. It's gonna kind of just put some, like, the scaling alone. I'm such a market guy. Like, I'm not sure about you, Q, but like, I'll fucking ape into this shit at any point. I don't care where it is. It could be the fucking top. It could be the fucking, like, I will ape into the shit at any point. And the facts is scaling made me a better trader. And what brought me to scaling was Teal Street. I just showed you right there, provided a perfect example how I scaled in.
Yeah.
Throwing up another limit, throw up your stop loss right there, like it's a beautiful thing, right? So
Yeah. And in all honesty, there's so many other like assets to it. Like, the reason why I like using it is I'm split. I'm a weird trader. Everyone who knows me and knows how I trade always laugh at kind of my tactics, but I split into 3 different accounts. So I have one account that never uses really any leverage. The most I've ever used on it is 2x. It's where the majority of my size is, and that's where I make like all my big swing trades. I only trade on it about 40 times a year. So it's rarely in a trade, rarely exiting trades. I just leave that alone. You can connect that account to Teal Street, and then you can go into my second account. My second account is more of like I would call it like a scalp to swing account. So it's a bit bigger, it's about 30 grand. And what I'll doing is I'll enter in quick scalps, and if they're good scalps, I'll leave them and turn them into swings. And then I have what I call my degen accounts or my challenge accounts. And all of these, I fund them with $250, $500, sometimes $1,000, and I'll see how large I can run them in, doing the most degen 100x shit I can. And that's my 3 main trading styles, and they're on 3 different accounts. So before Teal Street, I had to literally, this was back when I was using Bybit. I had to literally log in and out on hot fixes. I ended up fixing it and making it into 3 separate Google profiles, so that I could have all 3 of the accounts up on 3 different screens. But on Teal Street, it's a click of a button away, and you can switch from one account to another. You can go from Binance to Bybit. You can go to BitGet. You can go to OKX. You can go to BitMEX, then Femex, all in clicks of buttons. And if you have linked accounts to all of those exchanges, you can trade on all of them within clicks of buttons. It's incredibly quick, incredibly fast. It's great if you're like looking into wanting to market make, or if you're, just one of those people that likes to split their money across a bunch of exchanges like I do. It's very, very, very easy. And you can also see all your open positions across all your accounts all in the same kind of section. And you can always track your individual rate of returns, individual drawdowns, individual like trades. You can actually see the setups from where you took it, what the chart looked when you took it, to what the chart looked like when you finished it, and all of the timing and how much size and how much fees. It does every single breakdown literally at clicks of buttons. So it's one of those services that's just phenomenal. And as well as Savage was talking about scaling in and just doing hotkeys for limit orders. The hotkeys is one thing that we could talk here for 2 hours. You actually need to physically go and look at them and try them out and learn them, but they're insanely quick, and they're one of these things that it just smooths the whole process of trading, especially if you're a fast quick pace trader like some of us scalpers are. You need to be in, you need to be out in sometimes seconds, and Teal Street can do that way quicker than any other terminal I've used. And then the last comment that I want to talk about is essentially scaled orders. So there's a area, if Savage can go into it now, on the TPSL market drop down, there's a scaled orders drop down, and
Right.
you can no, the one on the furthest right.
Yeah.
Oh, you're
Okay.
never mind. Whatever. I'll just talk about what it does. So essentially what it does is, let's say you want to scale into, for the sake of a whole number, a 1 Bitcoin trade, but you want to have it in 10 different orders, and you want it to scale, let's say it's a short. So as we go up, you want to short more. You can literally start with entering a 0.01 order, and then the final order will be like a 0.25 Bitcoin order, because it'll scale incrementally across 10 different order sets into the position that you want. And then you can set stop losses above that. Again, click of a button. Sometimes the hotkeys are the best for that. But you can enter and exit scaled orders, almost like buy and sell walls. You can do that to take profit as well as enter positions. And again, it's just one of these services that it just streamlines how long it takes for me to enter and exit trades. And on very volatile markets, that's the difference between making 10 grand on a trade versus making only $1,400. So it's more than paid for itself, and it's free. So I don't know, you know what I mean? It's it's one of those things where you just have to get onto it, actually spend the time to use the service as the service, with the hotkeys, learn everything. It's a time sink, but apart from that, it's free. You don't pay for anything at all. And it's, again, just, I've been using it since day one. I love the Teal Street boys. We're actually going to be getting them onto the podcast to talk more about the service within about a month, I think.
Yeah,
Sam and Lat will come out.
And listen, fam. This is a perfect example. While Q's been talking, I've been setting up this trade, and realistically, this is a real trade. This is what I'm actually looking for right now. General 4 hour, 1 hour FFG. If you can just see right here, it's an easy play. You could even throw these. We're pumping way more than I expect. Okay, let's say I change my mind. We'll just throw over, drag and drop these scaled that I've already thrown down. Cancel with one button, throw them all with one button. You can easily mark it in. But the reality is this is if I'm going for the FFG, you're doing all the trading view stuff. This is, like I said, this is an entire free thing. I'm throwing up my setup here. All right, this is what we're doing here. I'm doing it all right here on the platform. It's an amazing platform. everybody. Like I'm probably one of the most stubborn traders there is. I don't know about Q personally, but like I can admit that I'm a very stubborn trader. I'm very like concrete in what I like to use and what I don't like to use. And Teal Street is for everybody. It really is. No matter how you use it, fast trading, slow trading, the setups, the scaling in, which is I think the scaling in is one of the best parts that don't need the VPN. You know, go out there, take advantage of this free platform. Um, and you can just see how easy it is to play with this stuff. And you know, right here, we're doing it live. I mean, there's very popular streamers that we're gonna bring on here. Hopefully, we're gonna bring on Fullest soon. I think we are gonna bring on Fullest at some point. I think we all know Fullest very well, so we'll probably bring on Fullest. Very popular streamer. He startup blew up in the last year. He went from a corporate job to independent trainer, or trader, excuse me, and using Teal Sheet and making a bunch of money. So, fam, like, go out there, check this out, go use it, become a better trader. You know, right here, like stop loss, like boom, like
This
there's
is
like sell stop right there. There it is. Like I can't. I'm gonna be stopped out completely. Infinity sell
savage.
stop. Like
I'm gonna
go.
cut you off just to say that like I'm one of those people that like I'm usually like pretty solid on not
Don't use the stops. Again.
no well that too, but I was going to talk about like promotional stuff. Like if I'm promoting something, I always throw up an ad or like a hashtag ad or like a let people know like I'm getting paid to post this. You know, A, because it's illegal not to, and B, it's just you're a dick if you don't. So this isn't paid at all. Like these guys don't pay us to shill them. They're just that good that like I'm literally like I've been shilling them since day one, and I don't think I've gotten a cent from them. You know,
I've gotten stickers actually. Family, if you guys want some stickers, I got some stickers. I got a T-shirt that doesn't. It might be a little small on me. I love it though. It's gonna be one of those savage like T-shirts where I'm just gonna like chop off the T-shirts, the sleeves. You know what I'm saying? Cute.
The
like
muscle shirt with the
oh yeah, dude. You know, right here, Teal Sheet, baby. It's a no-brainer. I've gotten this. Not even this for showing them. They just gave me this because they love me and they just asked for my address. They want to dox me. But you know, regardless.
Yeah, that wasn't for the stickers, bro. That was so they know your address, so they can come tickle you at night.
Here it comes. Feel my bids, baby. Feel my bids. I feel my bids right here. Look at this. Watch this. I'm gonna go a little higher. Like this. Feel that FFG right there, dude.
Yeah, I'd be sick if we catch this live. That'd be dope.
But
yeah,
definitely do it, dude.
That's pretty much Teal Street. Bro. Again, we're gonna have on the team. They'll be able to talk more about the service. We're actually just planning with them over the next few weeks to like month and a half timelines for that. So the next like 3, 4, 5 episodes we'll probably be getting them on. We talked in the first episode. Obviously our audio is a little bit scuffed. We fixed it now, I hope. But we did talk about hardware wallets. We talked about Keystone Wallet in particular. All-time highs. Anyways, we talked about Keystone wallets in particular. They're a up and coming wallet service. Hot. What are you doing, Savage?
This is the Trading View deck, guys. You guys all know about it. We're going to be bringing on the founders and CEOs of Trading View. Hopefully by the end of summer. I've been in talk with them. Surprise here to the crew here, Drew and stuff. But
it is a surprise.
Go over here. Trading View. Trading View is probably the best platform you can use to get indicators and all this stuff for free. And you know, I got this Trading View. What do they call it? Like a you know, the prediction deck. What do you know? The gypsies use it. What do they call this? A
tarot cards.
Yeah, tarot cards, and they're dope. These are dope cards. I actually don't use them. I usually don't touch them, but we are going to probably be bringing them on. They're local here to me, more local than you would think. And yeah, that's another great platform we're going to be bringing on this show. So I just want to show that out. Be a trader.
All right, what's next?
I think that's all the tools we want to talk about today. But you guys brought up a good point. I just want to say that all the tools we talk about today, none of them are paying us. These are just tools that all of us either use or are fans of in the space. And I think that that's important for us to share those with people, that just good products. So none of the stuff you saw today was for pay, but what we have now is a Nexus Tools Pass giveaway.
Oh shit, dude.
Do you want to, so I'll post a tweet from the main account.
Yep.
and then we'll just get everyone to like retweet, comment, like it, and then we'll do a Twitter picker.
Yeah, they have to be in this chat to claim it, so they'll have to comment and hear that was them, and then
Okay.
they'll have to DM us
on Twitter so that we can cross-reference. Okay.
Yeah.
Beauty. Awesome. I'll get one drafted right now.
I'm very glad that you guys say the audio is good, because it took us a lot of experimenting with different softwares, and we're glad we found one that works, because using Discord to stream obviously is not the move.
Yeah, we fucked up, but it's okay. We're fixing it as we go. So hopefully this round was better. Anyways, I'm drafting a tweet right now, and we will send out a link to the chat.
We're done with Teal Street, baby. Go, honestly, go, fam. Anybody that's in here that's going to trade, just like how Drew was telling you guys about Nexus, like these are free tools. Like, go check them out. Like,
Well,
these are
Nexus
free
and
resources.
Nerds aren't free, but
well, they are actually. I checked out Nerds. They are free in some aspect. They give you a little bit of a sampler,
a taste.
You know. But again, that's how it always starts. It always starts with a taste, and then before you know it, you're married. And yeah, that's so. Listen, fam, go out there and check it out. Here it is, dude. This is pumping. We're pumping, fam. It's bullish. It's bullish, fam. Oh my god, this is so bullish.
Are you hitting your entries?
Not quite. I've been moving them up actually. I've been trying to get better entries. I've been like getting tighter with my. That's the best part about this shit, right?
Yeah, I do love that you can just drag it up. It's super easy to change your entries.
Well, I'm being a little picky because it's obviously gonna keep going. It's obviously gonna keep going here.
I know that our sacred shards are up today. Q, they're at 0.3 right now.
Nice. So we're up 2x in one day.
Yep.
Beauty. Love to see it. So we're actually that now challenge wallet is getting higher and higher and higher. It's gonna be dope. I also made a small trade on 100x. I did a long, actually, first time in a while, and that's up quite a bit today. So
that's news whenever Q does a long.
Well, I long not as much as I short, but you know, I always shitpost on Twitter about how much. Sorry, let me pause that comment for a second. How many minutes? 5-minute giveaway?
Just 5-minute giveaway. Yep. Yeah. Anyone that's in the chat, we're not going to announce it on Twitter, so you guys will have anyone in the chat. We'll post the link in chat here. Just go retweet, and then we'll draw for this Nexus to a lifetime.
Yeah,
pass.
you have to be in the chat in order to qualify, but it's going to be posted on Twitter. Just retweet it, comment a homie, and then join us in chat, and we'll pull it in 5 minutes. So all you guys that are going to be hearing it now will understand. I'm going to post a link here ASAP. Boom. Nexus Tools lifetime pass 1x. Retweet, comment a homie, and join us in chat. Boom.
Perfect.
All right, it's tweeted. Also, for those of you with notifications on the Twitter account, you know, that's also a plus. And then in the chat here, let's go give that a like, comment, and subscribe. But yeah, anyways, what were we talking about before I cut you off there? We forget.
Me?
Yeah, I cut you off.
I was just talking about sacred shards, man.
Oh yeah, and I was talking about longing. Yeah, so I long a decent amount. I just never post it because it's against my brand on Twitter. As a perma bear, so I'm not allowed to long on Twitter. That's just a rule I found out. I don't know when, but oh my god, Savage
found the visual effects.
So let's see.
Cool. So we'll just give that 5 minutes. And yeah, and if you guys have any guests you guys want us to bring on, let us know, because we have a long list of people we're going to be bringing on after we get a few episodes under our belt. That we're always down to bring on more people to talk about anything crypto related, basically. Savage, I'm going to take the visual effects away from you.
That's the best part about this platform is the babysitting tools. You know, I mean, really, I mean, what do you get paid for here, right? Like, if you're not, you don't have the taser, you don't have the shot collar. I mean, what are we using this platform for? Call Google, throw some comments up there. You
Bro,
give us definitely some good shit, dude.
All right, we got 13 viewers in here, 14 viewers in here. We only got a few likes and comments on the Twitter post. So get quickly, click that link that we posted in chat. Get entered for a Nexus Pass. The good thing is the Nexus Pass also, when Nexus Tools 2.0 comes, the passes just become access to Nexus 2.0. There's no new pass. There won't be a new mint. A couple cool things I can share is I've been in talks with the Nexus Tools founder, and he's actually agreed that once Nexus Tools 2.0 launches, he wants to launch something called Degen hours. So while we are live streaming this podcast,
That's
Nexus
fucking
Tools,
sick, dude.
Nexus Tools will be free to use for everyone for the hour while we are streaming. So
That's sick.
if you're
That's
in chat,
dope.
you'll be able to use the tool for free during the podcast. I've been talking to him. He's really excited about the podcast, and he wants us to do it. He wants us to show it off. So that's something super cool we'll have coming for you guys. We got lots of cool stuff coming to tie into the to the live viewers. We want to reward you guys for showing up, hanging out with us.
One more thing, Monday. I know we're in talks with Binance Live, and in Binance Live, you guys don't know, even though you know, there might be some issues with Binance globally or whatever. We don't believe in those issues. There's some, I believe it's all FUD. Throw up the 4 there for CZ. And we're going to be actually joining their platform, Binance Live. Hopefully, be one of the first podcasts on the Binance Live platform. That's an exciting opportunity, I think, for us as the Degens here on the podcast. So
lots of things brewing.
A lot of things brewing. You know,
a lot of things brewing. And obviously, the number one thing that we've said 1,000 times, but the homies that are going to be here from day one, the vocal proponents, the people that are just super chats, they're always going to be rewarded first. So
always
appreciate you guys for coming in. Obviously, this is episode 2. You know, we're going to be hosting weekly. We're kind of figuring out days as we go here, but we're always going to be notifying you on that main Twitter account. And like I said, my main account, I would never ask someone to put notifications on because I tweet 160 times a day and it's all bullshit. So on this account, we won't be doing that. We're literally just going to be posting relevant stuff when we go live, what we're giving away, who's guests of the week, that kind of stuff like that. So if you guys do want to be notified, that's the main Twitter account that I linked a link to in the chat. Please put notifications on, and we won't bother you. There'll be like 1 a day tops. So with that being said, I think we're running up 1 minute left on the giveaway. I'll drop it one last time, and then we will pull it off a Twitter picker.
And we will have this episode live on Spotify and YouTube within a couple days. We're just going to do some light editing, trim it down a bit, just the intro, and you'll be able to show your friends and listen to it live. A like and a follow on the YouTube would be greatly appreciated, as well as some comments. So that's something we'd really appreciate if you guys show support on those platforms.
All right, there's still some coming in right now, so I'm gonna let these last people do their comments. Make sure to comment underneath the tweet, tag a homie, and retweet it as well as be in this chat right now for the next. Anyone who doesn't do the rules part of the tweet, I'm sorry, you're not part of the giveaway. So let's let some people in here enter it now. Still a couple coming in. Cut off in 1 minute.
There's our YouTube link. I linked it in chat. If you do watch the first episode, the audio is scuffed. Just the way we streamed it, it's a lot of lag.
It's borderline impossible to watch. So it's just gonna showcase how degen we are. We kind of just hopped on a Discord. We did plan, but we didn't actually go to the full extent of recording and seeing it all match up and see if it actually worked audio wise before we just jumped off the diving board and sent it. So obviously now episode 2, you guys have said it's a lot better for the quality and it's a lot better for the responsiveness. of the audio. So we'll be, keeping this maintained, keep going from here. But yeah, first episode totally scuffed. We're gonna keep it up because it's a showcase of like I said, we're all degens here. So but with that being said, I'm gonna pop this into a Twitter picker right now.
Groive asked how often do we plan to do the podcast? Weekly. We plan on doing weekly. Right now we're kind of just doing them at different times to kind of see where we get the best viewership. That's why we did today on the weekend. We're leaning at Thursdays though. Kind of prime time seem to get better viewerships. We might be kind of going back there, but expect for the first few episodes here to be different time zones. We'll always announce when we're doing it ahead of time, give you guys some notice. But if you guys have times that work better for you, let us know on the Twitter comments. Comment what times work good for you because we're trying to find the best for the audience.
All right. I'm going into the comments right now. There's 5 comments. I'm gonna do a random number between 1 and 5 on random number thing. You need 10 retweets for Twitter picker, I think.
Yeah, just random number it.
Yeah, I'm gonna do 1 through 5. How it's showing up on my screen. Yeah. Mac in. All right, number 5, which is the real Uncle Buck.
Hey, Uncle Buck, I see him in chat already.
Yeah, let's go. DM me for the.
Give away a wig too. Savage, you got to give away your wig.
All right, no problem. I got a better wig than this. I got plenty of them. Trust me, dude. When you're a natural bald, like I am, you got lots of wigs. Let me just tell you. I'll be coming out with some of the best wigs here on this show. In fact, if you're here for wigs, this is the right place too. Wigs, scams, and crypto projects. Come on by. We'll throw some tools at you too.
All right, Uncle Buck, if you can message the Garden of Degens Twitter with your wallet, that's all we need, and we will get that Nexus Tools passed to you.
Anybody did anybody get in on that fuck SEC? Because I'll tell you what, I got rugged so hard.
You aped into that?
I did fall for that.
Oh my god, the BitBoy one.
That. Oh yeah, I did.
Oh my god.
I mean, listen.
Of course you did.
Got your notifications on for BitBoy. You believe in BitBoy, and that's what happens. You're just sitting there and you're buying everything he talks about.
Bro? Oh my!
I bought his condoms. I bought his sweatshirts. I bought his hats. For fuck's sakes, like,
all right.
God forbid that I lose a little bit of money. Like I've won on everything else. I mean, even his condoms now they go on eBay for 3x.
Savage, someone's asking if you escaped Mong.
If I what?
Did you escape Mong in profit?
Oh, of course it did. Bam.
Of course he did.
It's like asking if water is wet.
Savage
will literally.
I literally shielded it when it was a decentralized coin. Okay, you guys, fam. You all start buying like 5-10 days after the original tweet, and then you call me a rug puller for TPing. Yo, I'm sorry, I'm not a bag holder. That's just what it is. Look, yo, Capo. It's the same fucking thing, dude. Yo, Capo motherfuckers.
Savage, man. Dude, his name is literally Savage. Okay, like, come on, put the 2 and 2 together. He's gonna be relentlessly taking profits.
Did I get out of Mong alive, dude? Did you get out of your mom's fetus alive? I'm just fucking
okay, Savage. Okay,
like God's sakes, you don't see me talking about him anymore. I'm hiding behind my bangs.
I've done the honestly every single shitcoin that I've done except for PayPay and Wojak. I do the 2 to 3% get out. Even if it's in 5 minutes, just get out every single time, 2-3x every single time. I've only been rugged like once or twice doing it like that because every fucking coin does 2 or 3x. Like every one, no matter if it's an absolute shitter. So
as I'm shilling this, I'm giving you guys the things. I'm telling you straight up, like, put in money you're willing to lose, go to zero. I literally say this. every single time. I'm like, I throw in $500, it turns into $7,500. I'm blessed. I sell it at $7,500. I put $500. I sell it at $7,500. I don't 2x it, 12x it, whatever. I don't even calculate the math. I'm like, okay, it's a $500 investment that turned into $7,500. I'm gonna fucking take the profit. There's nothing else to it. Okay. I'm usually showing this when I get in. Not usually. I am.
I cut losses relentlessly too. The minute I'm in a shitcoin and it starts going the way I don't see it and the volume starts drying up, I'll just cut losses, take that 50% loss, get out. Because,
Yeah, I did.
like, you know what I mean? Like, I'd rather have that liquid for another shitcoin play than watch that go to zero. Like, if I throw in 0.5 ETH and volume just stops on the coin, it drops to like half. I'd rather get out and get it in on a better entry if it looks better later on than ride that all the way to zero. And that's the same way I am with NFTs. So take losses, but
No
also
one, this is my best thing. So like the person that taught me everything about trading is so much older than me. He's seen through a shitload. He used to be a floor trader back in the day when there wasn't computers around to trade. This dude's seen it all, and his best comment he's ever had out of like the 10 plus years I've had him as a mentor is no one ever went broke taking profits. And it's like rung in my head every single time that I'm entering a trade and exiting a trade. I'm like, oh, I woulda, coulda, shoulda, like done this, done that. But at the end of the day, like, man, I've just pulled 50% out of my ass. Sometimes in like seconds. Like, who cares if I could have 2 or 3x'd it? I literally, you know what I mean? Like, so I started doing that now, where like I'll obviously leave moonbags, and I'll leave you know, like a PayPay bag now, what I like to call it, because you know I sold my PayPay for a bunch of money. It could have been fuck you money, but woulda, coulda, shoulda. If I'd done that same mentality on the last 100 shitcoins that I'd paid into, I wouldn't be profitable. So at the end of the day, like I can't really look back. This industry is really terrible for it. I did kind of want to talk on this when we were talking about shitcoins on the first episode. But like hindsight is, obviously, quote, like, hindsight's 2020. You can always see clearly when you're looking in the past. The same is true, almost amplified in crypto, because as soon as you sell, you think you're doing a good thing, just to see it double, triple, quadruple. It's so volatile. Everyone has that one bag where it's like, oh, I minted Bored Apes and sold them for a 2x. Or I got into Dogecoin in 2013 and sold in 2014. Like there's people that always have a story like mine, probably not podcast friendly, but it had to deal with Bitcoin back in 2013 and it was not fun. And so, a bunch of you already know the story, but I won't delve too much into that. But anyways, everyone has that one piece where it's like, if I had just kept this, I'd be up this much. Instead, I sold it for whatever. Like, that's an unhealthy way to look at things, personally. And you're gonna have 1,000 of them, especially if you're planning on being in this space for longer than 5 years. I have like hundreds and hundreds of them, and I've been in this space like really early. So
I always find now that and it's something I'm still learning to this day. Like I say I've learned it, but I still fuck it up sometimes. If you're sending screenshots to your friends about unrealized profits, take the fucking profit. If it's screenshot worthy to show your friends, it's take profit worthy to put it into cash.
Seriously.
That's something I still don't do it sometimes, because the moon boots get strapped on and it's real hard to take them off sometimes.
Yeah. Crazy.
Cool. Well, that's everything for us. Uncle Buck, message us on the Twitter.
He just sent it, actually.
Perfect. Send me that wallet then, Q, and I'll get his next pass sent right over.
Awesome. Yeah, we'll do that right after we wrap up here. Again, appreciate you guys. I'm going to call you the day ones, because honestly, you've been here. We started last week. Most of you are familiar faces. We're going to be doing lots of giveaways, giving out, honestly, a pretty decent amount of money, and as well as bring on some really dope superstars in the crypto space, friends of ours that we've known for years. There's going to be some like
that
we
just
said.
happened to turn into superstars. Let's be real. Like,
Well, yeah.
friends,
You stay in this
I have
space
so
long
many
enough
of those friends, dude.
with a good heart, and you're not rugging people, and you're not a scam
Yeah.
artist or a grifter. Like, you go places. That's what the good thing about crypto is. All you need is just a good soul and just be learning 24/7, and showing up. So a lot of these people have done that, put in a lot of work, and yeah, of course they've turned into superstars. But the point is, we're going to be bringing on lots of really dope contacts that we've built in this space, as well as giving away lots of money. So just make sure that you're bringing in friends, homies that you think that would appreciate this podcast. We're going to be hosting it weekly, and we're going to be tweeting out times and what's going to be talked about a day or two prior to the episode. So if we're going on a Tuesday or a Thursday, we'll be talking about it on our Twitter couple days prior, so at least you guys will get some notice, 48 hours notice roughly, before our next couple of episodes. But with that being said, thank you so much, and we'll end it there.
Yeah, we really
and
appreciate you guys
listen,
showing
go
up.
follow on the socials. Go follow the socials, please.
Yeah,
Thank you very
smash
much.
that-
Mad
smash
love.
that
We
subscribe
appreciate
button.
it. Don't follow me.
Smash that
Don't follow
subscribe
Q.
button.
Go follow the Garden of Degens. We are the Garden of Degens. We're gonna bring on more Degens, and we're all Degen family. Mad love. Appreciate all you. Have a great night.
Oh yeah, peace out, peace and love.
Peace out.